shocking new news coming out about the true nature of TD Jakes and Diddy's relationship. You won't want to miss this, as well as the new allegations against TD Jakes folks.
Happy birthday is tomorrow! His wife's birthday is tomorrow! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday is tomorrow! His wife's birthday is tomorrow! Happy birthday!
Some of you come in to hear what I'm going to say. All of you who expect me to address a lie, you can log off. I will not use this sacred day and this sacred pulpit to address a lie when I have a chance to preach a truth. I will stand straight up, head up, back straight, and preach the unadulterated, infallible word of
TD Jakes at Diddy Freak Off Party.
TD Jake is more than just a pastor. He's a major figure in the spiritual world as the founder and bishop of the Potter's House, one of the largest non-denominational megachurches in the U.S. He has built a reputation for his powerful sermons and leadership. His influence extends far beyond Dallas, with his messages reaching millions of people through broadcasts and best-selling books. Recently, though, he suffered every big health scare on stage, with many claiming it was Diddy potentially trying to silence him.
First at 5:30, however, he is an internationally known preacher based here in Dallas. This morning, during a 9 a.m. Sunday service, Bishop TD Jakes of the Potter's House suffered a health incident during a morning prayer. The whole thing caught on camera as that morning service was being streamed around the world. Our Olivia Leach joining us now outside the Potter's House in Dallas with more on the megachurch pastor.
Every Sunday, thousands of parishioners come here to the Potter's House in Dallas for their Sunday service. This is where Bishop TD Jakes suffered that medical incident while on stage. Now, the video of the incident is going viral. In the video that's now gone viral, you can see Bishop Jakes finished his Sunday sermon and then got quiet, seemed to shake, the crowd reacting before several people rushed on stage to come to his aid.
Jake has blended biblical teachings with personal storytelling, earning him both admiration and scrutiny. His career has not been without controversy, including legal disputes and allegations related to high-profile figures. He has long been rumored to have been a part of Diddy's freak-offs.
Tell you something, and that's why that's why people get on my nerves talking about who you should be seen with. I do homeless shelters. I walk in prison ministries. I deal with murderers. I deal with rapists and killers because they're our children, our sons and our daughters. Hallelujah. I never have to justify stooping low. See, they put you in a situation where you can't win. If you hang out with the rich folk, you're snooty. If you stoop down low and get somebody in trouble, you had no business. So I'm supposed to sit at home and do nothing. I went in the prisons. I ministered to the inmates. I've had 40,000 people to go through our Texas Offenders Reentry Initiative and get jobs and be respectable and stand up on their feet. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't have time to play games. I don't have time for foolishness. I don't have time.
One such legal issue surfaced in March 2024 when a producer who had worked with music mogul Diddy filed a federal lawsuit against Jake. The lawsuit claimed that Diddy tried to use his relationship with Jake to protect his public image following allegations from his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Gene Deal confirmed that this was the case.
Diddy, he was using TD Jakes to fix his image. You believe that?
Well, we saw that to be true anyway. That's what he was trying to do all that time. That's why TD Jakes was there. To try to fix his image. Ain't no money like church money. He was doing all the things to try to get his image straightened up.
I mean, it makes sense. And he also said in this lawsuit that when he was around Diddy, he seen Diddy give out guns, a lot of guns. And he said that the environment around Diddy was violent.
Well, I don't know. He also said Diddy distributed firearms and was selling drugs. And I don't know how far-fetched that is. I don't know if that's true or not and stuff like that. Maybe, Diddy may have had guns around and was fronting. Because they do have guys who, if you need guns and stuff like that, call your man them over. He'll bring over 5 or 6, 7, 8 guns, and you'll probably buy them from them. They had that type of, connection with people.
People Ventura's lawsuit filed in November 2023 accused Diddy of sex trafficking, abuse, and assault. Their case was just one of several against the hip-hop mogul's 2 other women also came forward in the same month with allegations of sexual assault. The lawsuit again suggested that he was using his influence within religious and public circles to help Diddy manage the fallout. And it turns out that T.D. Jakes and Diddy may share the same sexual leanings because Jake's own son is gay despite him being a pastor.
So you being a bodyguard for Diddy, you've been to his parties. You feel like it's totally inappropriate for T.D. Jakes to be at a Diddy party?
I think it's very inappropriate of a man of a cloth to be at a party like that and then dancing across the stage or dancing, at that type of atmosphere. You got to separate yourself from the two, man. You know what I'm saying? You got people with drugs, alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Women that's loose, women that's in the women, men is in the men is in woman, 2s, 3s, whatever. Anything that goes on, bro, it goes on. But that's back in the, from in the 90s and 2000s. But it wasn't so much back then that you see men coming on each other like that, like you do now. They don't care now. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a shit. But back then, they cared a little bit more who knew that they was out like that. They don't care no more. It's activity like that in all phases of rap now. You understand? So in those parties, you definitely gonna see that there because you see rappers there. You understand? You're gonna see that stuff there, man. But my whole thing about it is this. You got a reverend or you got a bishop that's supposed to be helping you get your house in order. And he's supposed to be doing the right thing. And you look at your television, he doing the wrong thing because he dancing at Diddy party.
Since these allegations surfaced, Diddy has faced significant public and legal scrutiny. His name has been at the center of heated discussions about sexual misconduct in the entertainment industry. The accusations have led to Diddy ending up in jail and allegations about T.D. Jakes being revisited.
So I want to get right into it, man. How you feel about these rumors surrounding, Diddy and T.D. Jakes?
Man, what I think about it is this, when I grew up in the church, the sinners was not supposed to have the same atmosphere with the saints. You have to be able to separate the two. So I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin, drinking, maybe fornication, man on man, woman on woman, he on she. But maybe he there to lay some hands on somebody. Maybe he there to save some souls. I know he got a contract with Revolt, so I'm just like, it's just real strange that he would be found at any kind of Diddy party or any kind of place with Diddy unless it's in a business atmosphere. So now what he's doing is he's making, man, he making the Christians look real bad right about now.
And you've been to these parties, right?
Oh yeah, I was there when he was doing the white parties in the Hamptons and the whole 9 yards. So I know what goes on at the parties. If, they probably got a little bit more freakier as time went on, because they got to the point whereas that they didn't even care. It used to be secretly, where people used to go to, separate rooms and different rooms, and they wasn't doing that out in the public, but now they don't care. Men kissing men and all this other that's just crazy.
So why do you think he was going to these parties?
I think that he's going to the Diddy parties, bruh. If he's going, we know he's going to the Diddy parties, and I know that it's, I know what usually happens at the Diddy party.
As the legal battles continue, the impact on Diddy's career and reputation remains a subject of intense debate, especially since we have had new bombshell allegations about his forced relations with men in new lawsuits filed.
That Diddy would have the person slather baby oil all over them that is laced with some substance. We don't know whether he's talking about GHB or something like that. We just don't know. But it would render the person kind of semi-conscious, I suppose.
Yeah, the way it's laid out in this lawsuit is a man who says he met Diddy back in 2007. He was a Vegas adult male entertainer, said he was retained for dances and so forth, but then it turned into sort of these sex parties that we've heard all about. And he says the baby oil was slathered all over him to the point that it was dripping off. And he says after it was applied, he began to feel drowsy, disoriented, all of those things, and became more sort of pliable to do the sort of sexual things that Diddy was directing him to do, according to the lawsuit.
As he says, Diddy watched, we're not going to get more specific. It's about as graphic as it gets based on this lawsuit. But suffice it to say, Diddy was up close and personal watching.
It's extremely graphic, and as you pointed out, the feds pointed out those 1,000 bottles of baby oil. That's mentioned in the criminal indictment, but never further than that. It sounded like kink shaming, sort of maybe he was into baby oil, but there's no crime involved with that. It looked like it was just a pot shot at Diddy. If this is part of the forensics of what they gathered from his compound during those raids, it's going to add an entirely new dimension to this case.
Now, Charles, the one thing that I didn't quite know from the lawsuit, although I'm assuming, is that if this is true, I guess they would have taken the bottle and unscrewed the cap
and opened,
and then pour in whatever the drug is, and then close it. But I don't think he would have done it to 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
No, but you would keep if this is true, you keep the baby oil stocked, and then you open it and put whatever in.
Meanwhile, Jake himself is facing separate allegations. A pastor named Richard Youngblood has come forward with claims that Jake attempted to sexually assault him decades ago. These allegations surfaced as part of a legal dispute between Jake and Richard's brother Dwayne Youngblood,